मंगलमय मंगल करण वीतराग विज्ञान नमो ताहि जाते भये अरिहंतादि महान करि मंगल करि हो महा ग्रंथ करन को काज जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज। सो निज भाव सदा सुखद अपनो करो प्रकाश जो बहुविधि भव दुख निको करिए सत्यानाश। So we were discussing root cause of miseries in chapter 3 of Moksha Marg Prakashak, and we will be discussing it from three angles: from karmos angles, from viewpoint of karma's bondage point of view, and then from five sense being, four sense being, from that point of view, and the last one would be about the last one was what? Okay, so from the point of view of bondage of karma, and then from the point of view of modification of, say, one sense being to five sense being, and the last one would be uh, general uh, general character of misery. Okay, there we basically going to deal with the desire. So these are the three angles from where we were going to discuss what is the root cause of misery. Okay, we all want to be happy, and our happiness is diluted just because of this misery and the other toxic emotions that we manifest. So the right path would be to manifest right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. That we'll discuss at the end of the chapter. For now, we are last week we discussed about the Jnana and Darshana karma, effect of the Jnana and Darshana karma, and release from it. Today we are going to discuss, we are on page number 70. I'll just make you co-host. Priyanka ji, I'm going to make you co-host, right? You will be able to share the textbook?
Yes, sir, I can try. So did we share this on the group?
What do you want to share?
No, sir, did we share the book on the group before?
Okay. It's already there. I made
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. Yes, sir, I can share the book.
Yeah, PDF. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Misery caused by rise of monia karma and release from it. So last week we discussed about Jnana Varana and Darshana Varana karma. Today we will be discussing about monia karma. So monia karma is divided into two parts. One is Darshan.
Amanda, give me my iPad now. Sorry, sir, I turned myself mute.
Pardon. You want to? I made you a host.
Yes, sir, I know. I was just apologizing. My microphone was unmuted and
Okay, okay.
I was just
No,
talking to
no
them.
problem,
Sorry.
no problem. So monia karma has two subdivisions. One is darshan monia, which is called faith deluding karma. And the other one is charitra monia, conduct deluding karma. So under monia karma, we will be discussing these two. So first we will discuss the faith deluding karma or the darshan monia karma. Okay. So in meantime, you share the textbook. I'll just start reading. Firstly, owing to rise of darshan monia. Everyone has a printout with you?
Yes, sir.
Darshi ji,
Yes, yes,
Yes,
I do.
Aditi ji.
yes, sir.
Okay. And Priyanka ji is already having. Okay. So firstly, owing to rise of darshan monia, wrong belief is caused. Okay. So because of darshan monia karma, wrong belief is caused. So my question, ki darshan monia karma is a matter substance. Karma is are all matter. They are not living beings, right? So how can it cause wrong belief in the soul or in the jeev or in the living being? One is matter substance, other is conscious substance. Okay. So how can a matter substance do something in soul substance? My question. You can see in the first line it is written, firstly, owing to rise of darshan mohan, wrong belief is caused, due to which the substance is not found as per one's belief. So here it is clearly mentioning that due to rise of darshan moha, wrong belief is caused. Okay. So who would say that how it is, how we'll interpret this sentence? Because we know that one substance does not do anything in the other substance. One substance does not influence the other substance. And here it is clearly written that darshan moha, wrong belief, is caused due to which, owing to rise of darshan moha karma. Okay. Wrong belief is caused due to which, so wrong belief is the function of the soul. And darshan monia karma is a function of matter substance. So how can one substance influence the other substance? Any answers?
Cause and effect relationship.
Very good. Who said this?
Aditi sir, Jai Jai.
Okay, okay. And anyone else? Apart from this, any other answers? Rotate the, you have to rotate that screen. Darshi ji, what is your answer?
Whilst the two are not connected, they share the same space points, the soul and the matter substance.
The karmas, right? So that is
Yeah,
true.
so-
That is true. But how, even if they share the same space point, how does the matter substance influence the soul substance? How a matter substance can do something in the soul substance? That is my question. You have to rotate.
Is it through the Shayopsham?
No. This statement is a conventional viewpoint of statement with the just as Aditi said that it's a cause and effect relationship, nimit nemitik sambandh. Okay, so the karma is only a nimit, instrumental cause, and soul is the principal cause. Okay, so two things are very different, but still there exists a cause and effect relationship, karan karya. Okay, karan karya sambandh, nimit nemitik sambandh. Okay. So this is how you should interpret it. But from the point of view of instrumental cause, this statement is being said and it's a conventional statement. Okay. So in conventional statement, everything is like that only. It is not the real. So from the real point of view, one substance does not do anything of the other substance, but this is something that we are relating to the conventional point of view. So the statement is correct, but you should understand that this is from that point of view. So owing to the rise of darshan moh, wrong belief is caused due to which the substance is not found as per one's belief, and his belief is not according to as the substance is. So as the belief is, the substance is not like that, and as the substance is, the belief is not like that. So either way, it's a wrong belief. Okay. Therefore, he always remains agitated. Anxiety is always in anxiety, restlessness. Okay. These are the symptoms of misery, akulta. Okay. So because of akulta, so long the akulta is there, the anxiety is there, the agitation is there, it is always a misery. So this is the first point. And when the second point will come, I'll let you know. But you can note down this is the first point. And now the explanation is given about the first point. So the explanation is a bit long, but anyways, we will read it. So
Sir, can you please,
uh,
sir, can you please make me co-host again? I joined with my iPad.
okay.
Yeah. I was not able to rotate the screen on the phone, so I joined with a different device.
Okay. So now they are giving an example. Okay. So Darshiti, you read.
Okay. For example, someone puts on a cloth on a madman. That madman, not knowing that cloth as his own limb, believes the self and the cloth as one entity. That cloth being under the control of dresser, he, the dresser, sometimes tears it, sometimes joins it, sometimes snatches it, sometimes puts on new cloth, thus behaves in many ways. That madman believes it under his control, whereas its functioning is under others' control,
70,
due to
page
which
number 70. Yeah, this one, right.
so that madman believes it under his control, whereas its functioning is under others' control, due to which he feels very much dejected. Similarly, the rise of karmas produced the association of body to this jiv. This jiv, knowing that body as one's own limb, believes the self and the body as one entity, mass. That body, being dependent on karmas, sometimes becomes thin, sometimes becomes obese, sometimes gets destroyed, sometimes gets newly created. Thus, different conditions are produced. This jiv believes it to be under his control, whereas its functioning is under others' control, due to which he feels very much dejected. Further, where that madman was staying, there came from somewhere some persons, horses, wealth, etc., and halted there. That madman knows them as his own, but they being under their own control, some come, some depart, and some modify into different forms. That mad person believes all those objects under his control, and their actions take place under others' control, due to which he feels very much dejected. Similarly, wherever this jiv obtains new embodied form, they come from somewhere sun, horse, wealth, etc., on their own. This jiv knows them to be his own, but they being under their own control, some arrive, some depart, and some modify into different forms. This jiv believes all those objects under his control, and their actions take place under others' control. Due to that, he feels very much dejected. So do you want me to carry on?
Yeah. 3 paragraphs more.
Okay, question. Sometimes the functioning or actions of body and sun, etc., also appear to be under the control of this jiv. Then at least at that time, this jiv feels happy? Question mark. Answer. Coincidentally, on meeting of the tendency of the desire of jiv and of the destined change of the body, etc., some object modifies in a particular way as per his desire. Therefore, at some moment while thinking about the same event, one feels it to be happiness. But all the objects do not modify in all respects according to his desire. Hence, in his thought process, various forms of agitation continue incessantly. Further, sometimes seeing the objects modifying in some way according to his desire, this chief feels oneness and mindness in the body, sun, etc. So, owing to this understanding, he always remains agitated from the anxiety of producing, nourishing, and protecting them. Even by bearing several types of pains, he wishes good of them. And the desire of enjoying the objects, occurrence of passions, agreeable, disagreeable, feelings in external objects, adoption of contrary means, disbelief in right means, and misconjecturing. The single root cause of all these is wrong faith, misbelief. On its destruction, all perversities get destroyed. Therefore, the root of all miseries is this wrong faith only. Further, he does not make the effort to destroy that wrong faith, and since he has accepted the wrong faith as to be the right faith, why would then he make effort?
Stop.
Further, okay.
Stop. So the last 3 lines that you read is the second point. So first one continued. So the main part of the first point is given in the first 3 lines itself, that the substance and the belief. So substance like body, okay? So body is a matter substance and the belief is soul's function. Not this, this one is the, he does not make effort. This last 3 lines is the number 2 point. Further, he does not make effort to destroy these 3 lines. This is the second point, okay. So the first point was about the body and the belief, okay. So the body does not obey what the soul wants, okay, because both are independent. Body is a matter substance and the soul is a soul substance. So there is no correlation, okay. Only there is a cause and effect relationship. They are both together at the same space, in the same space point. But apart from that, there is no other relation. Both are functioning independently. So that mad person, who is that mad person? The wrong believer, okay? The wrong believer believes that this body is controlled by him. And so he desires that body should perform in this way, body should have action in this form, but that does not happen. So he feels dejected. Similarly, this was about the body. Now we are talking about the association. So where the madman was staying, there came somewhere from persons, horses, wealth, etc. So the king was traveling and it was evening. So that king and their whole army, they came and they stayed there. And this mad person thought that these are all my creation. And the mad person knows them as his own. Now, when the morning time comes, that king moves because he has to go further. So the king, along with his whole troop, goes away, and that madman becomes again sad that all these are going away, and again he feels dejected. So this is the story of each and every wrong believer. Okay, they expect certain things to happen to the body, and it does not happen. Now, if you fall sick, what would you like? You would like to be healthy again very soon. But there are times that even the medicines doesn't work, even the doctors are not able to detect the disease, and the suffering goes on. And then suddenly on some day, some homely medicines work and he becomes all right. So you see, it is not on us that to remove the diseases that occurs in the body, because body's functioning is independent. And because of this, because of the expectation, the jiva suffers. So this was an example, and now the principle. Similarly, Similarly, where this jiva, last 6-7 lines before, similarly, where this jiva obtains new embodied form, there come from somewhere sun, horse, wealth, etc. So all the associations we get in our life, that is all very destined, and they come on their own. And we feel that this is my son, this is my wife, this is my parents, this is my wealth, this is my, like earlier days, they used to keep horse for traveling. There was no car. So now, if you take a modern example, this is my car, and this is my laptop, and this is my cell phone. Okay. So this jiv knows them to be his own, but they being under their own control, some arrive, some depart, and some modify into different forms. You must have observed in your life that you have one of your best friend, and you cannot like pass a day without meeting him, but suddenly there is some misunderstanding and you both depart. Now you are not on talking terms. So how does this happen? So it is all independent, happening independently. Nobody has control on anything, and this jiva believes that I am doing this, I am doing this, and this is what faith deluding karma effect. This is the effect of faith deluding karma, darshan mohiya karma. So jiv behaves in certain manner. This jiv believes all those objects under his control, and their action takes place under others' control. Due to that, he feels very much dejected. Now there is a question. Sometimes as you desire, things happen accordingly. You desire the body to be all right, and it becomes all right. And at that time, the jiv feels happy. Answer. Coincidentally, it's just a coincidence. Your desire and the subsequent manifestation. It's just a coincidence. It is not that you are the doer. You have become a doer. Coincidentally, on meeting of the tendency of the desire of jiva and of the destined change of the body, some object modifies in a particular way as per his desire. So sometimes your desire gets fulfilled. Okay. Sometimes you plan to get 100 marks, supposing in an exam, and you get it, right? You put in efforts and you get it. And then you believe I have done it, right? So this is just a coincidence that you have a desire to get 100 marks, and you had also the efforts in the right direction, and you got the result at full marks. So all these has happened independently. There is no correlation, but because of wrong faith, right? You think that those ways that this is I am doing it. Okay. But in actuality, if you see from the point of view of nature of things, there is no correlation. Each is independent. Okay. So because of this, the delusion continues, right? The faith deluding karma is into play, and this jiv believes wrongly. But all the objects do not modify in all respect according to his desire. Hence, in his thought process, various forms of agitation continue incessantly, non-stop. Okay. Further, sometimes seeing the objects modifying in some way according to his desire, this jiva feels oneness and mindness. So first we discussed about the body, then we discussed about the association, and now the point of discussion is this jiva feels oneness and mindness in the body, sun, etc. All kinds of association. This is my car. Now, how is your car? The car is a matter substance. You are a soul substance. So how the car can be yours? The car is made of metal, right? That's it. So you have to always connect to the nature of things, how the nature of things are there. So your belief and the nature of things If both matches, then your belief is correct. But you believe as those to be your own your own objects, and those are independent, so the wrong belief continues. So owing to this understanding, he always remains agitated from the anxiety of producing, nourishing, and protecting them. Even by bearing several types of pain, he wishes good of them. But it does not happen that way. He may wish good of them, but it all depends on their destiny, on their fruition of karma. Each soul is independent. And the desire of enjoying the objects. Now, so here are A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 points are there. So the first one is, and the desire of enjoying the objects, that will be A. Occurrence of passions, B. Agreeable, disagreeable feeling in external objects. Now, these are all types of desire. Okay. So, desire of enjoying the objects, desire of occurrence of passions, desire of agreeable, disagreeable feeling in external objects. Then D, adaptation of contrary means. Then E, disbelief in right means and misconjecturing. The single root cause of all these is wrong faith. So this is F. Misconjecturing is F. So in all we have 6. So because of this desire, such and such things happens. On its destruction, all perversities get destroyed. So when the wrong faith is destroyed, all the perversities, all the wrong belief gets destroyed. Therefore, the root of all miseries is this wrong faith only. This is the conclusion, and this is the end of point number 1. Now the point number 2. Further, he does not make effort to destroy that wrong faith. Why? Can anyone answer? Why he does not make effort to destroy that wrong faith? Since he has accepted the wrong faith as the right faith. So when you have when you have accepted the wrong faith as right faith, so where is the question of destroying that wrong faith? Because he believes to be right faith. So there is no attempt or effort to destroy that wrong faith. Okay. Why would then he make effort? Okay. Because he believes wrong faith as right faith. So he believes in himself that I am having a right faith, but in actually it is a wrong faith. So he does not make effort. Now the next point is number 3. Further, now all one paragraph each, third point. Further, if by chance the 5 sense rational being, okay, Sangi Panchendriya, like we are human now, we are all Sangi Panchendriya, right? Further, if by chance the 5 sense rational being contemplates about the means of ascertaining the tattvas, realities, okay, the fundamental elements, okay, he contemplates about the means of ascertaining, okay, knowing the 7 fundamentals, the tattvas. Thereupon, if due to misfortune, okay, so he made quite a good effort to understand these 7 fundamentals. But because of his misfortune, because of his bad luck, he comes into contact with the false deity, false preceptor, and false scriptures. Bad luck, because of bad luck. Intention was good. He wanted to understand the realities, right? The fundamental elements. But because of his misfortune, he comes into contact with false deity, false preceptor. So deity is Dev, preceptor is Guru, and false scripture is Shastra. So Kudev, Kuguru, Kusastra ke chakkar mein pad gaya. Okay. His intention was good, but because of his misfortune, he got in touch with the wrong people. Okay. was that false scripture. Then the misbelief in tattvas get fostered. So already the misbelief was there, and because of this Kudev, Kuguru, and Kushastra, it gets fostered. Okay. His understanding was that he will be benefited by these, but they provide such a means due to which he may become unconscious. Here, unconscious means not physically getting unconscious, means here unconscious means that his awareness, he didn't get the right kind of awareness. Okay. He was already in delusion, and that delusion was further fostered. So, he was understanding that he will get benefit, but on the contrary, the wrong belief got further deep. So going further deep means unconscious. Unconscious means the one who doesn't have a sense. So he became senseless. Okay. Unconscious here does not mean the बेहोश हो जाना. Okay. But होश नहीं रहना, awareness नहीं रहना. Okay. He was making efforts for ascertaining. He was making efforts for ascertaining the true nature of substance as reality, fundamentals, elements, but contrarily becomes firm in false belief. So false belief was also there, and he became very firm in false belief. And consequently, due to increase of passions and sensual desire, becomes more miserable. So he wanted to reduce his misery, but on the contrary, he became more miserable. That is because of his misfortune. So it is very, very important to identify true deity, true preceptor, and true scriptures. Very rare to get. We are all very fortunate and lucky to have this true God, true preceptor, and true scriptures with ourselves. Okay, so that is the biggest thing that we have got in this life. And when we come in contact with them, we get all the right knowledge. And when we put in efforts to understand that, make a decision on that, then it transforms into the right belief. Okay. So this is so rare. Now the fourth point, the next paragraph. Further, if by chance the nimit, okay, the instrumental cause of true deity, preceptor, scripture is also met with. So earlier we were discussing that he was into false deity, false preceptor, and false scripture. But now, if by chance, again the luck, because of good luck, he gets the true deity, true preceptor, and true scriptures, even then he does not develop belief in the real sense of their preachings. Okay. So now he has got all the right things, but still he doesn't manifest into right belief. Remains a misbeliever of tattvas owing to faith in conventional preaching. Okay. व्यवहार में ही व्यवहार को ही सच्चा मान लिया. Okay. Owing to faith in conventional preaching. There, if passions becomes feeble and the desire for object is reduced, then he becomes less miserable. So for a short period of time, his passion may become feeble because now he has come to the true God, true preceptor, and true Shastra. So already the passions have become feeble and desire for objects is reduced. Then at that point of time, he feels less miserable. But afterwards, reverts to same condition. Okay. So he was earlier also a wrong believer, and again because of a false God, false preceptor, and false scripture, he further fostered that his false belief. And now when he came into the contact of true God, true preceptor, and true scriptures, then also His passion was feeble, his desire was reduced, but afterwards it came to the same condition. The desire became intense and the passions also become intense. Therefore, whatever effort this mundane being makes, they too are false. Okay. So his all efforts have come to zero because he was thinking to get rid out of this delusion. But because of misfortune, he again fostered it and the delusion become more intense. Okay. So this is because of the bad luck. So it's such a solace to all of us that we are in the right path. We have got the right scriptures. We have got the right preceptors who have written all these granths, and we are in touch with true God. This is something very, very rare. Now the fifth point. Moreover, the other effort, this is the last point. Moreover, the other effort that this mundane being adopts is that he wishes to modify the substances according to his belief. Now, this is again because of delusion. He believes that to modify the substance according to his belief. Right? Okay. If those objects get modified accordingly, then his belief may be true. Okay. But now this is very important. It's written in the bold letter. Okay. This is very important. You write down. Sometimes they ask this in exams. Even if they don't ask in exam, it is very important. You have to do a decision right now. But the substance are eternal, separate from each other, and modify within their respective limits. Each and every substance, not only soul or the matter, but each and every substances are eternal. Means there is no creator, no destroyer. Separate from each other means independent and modify within their respective limits. They don't go out of their limits. None is dependent on other. None modifies by any other causing it to modify. Desiring to modify them is no remedy. It is assuredly wrong fate. I'll read the Hindi one also so that sometimes this, if you listen to any of the scholars, you might be able to highlight this. Parantu anadi nidan vastuye. Anadi nidan means eternal. Anadi nidan vastuye bhinna bhinna. Separate from each other. अपनी मर्यादा सहित परिणमित होती है. Modify within their respective limits. कोई किसी के अधीन नहीं है. None is dependent on other. कोई किसी के परिणमित कराने से परिणमित नहीं होती है. None modifies by any other causing it to modify. उन्हें परिणमित करना चाहे ड्यूरिंग डिजायरिंग टू मॉडिफाई देम, वह कोई उपाय नहीं है. देयर मॉडिफाई देम इज नो रेमेडी. वह तो मिथ्या दर्शन ही है. इट इज एश्योर्डली रॉन्ग फेथ. This is the final conclusion that each substance is independent. Nobody is dependent on any other substances. Each substance is 100% complete in itself. So when I'm 100% complete, how I will not ask for help from anybody else because I'm myself 100%. One thing. And the other thing is that when I'm 100% complete in myself, then I don't need anybody's help, right? So in both the cases, it shows us the independent nature of each substance. And this is something we should decide. So your craving for your kids to get better in studies, your cravings to do good business, earn good profit, get a good promotion in your job, you have multiple desires, but nothing happens according to you. If by chance, by luck, something happens according to your desire, then it is a coincidence. It is not because of your wish that something has manifested in similar manner, but it is all happening independently. And because of this wrong faith, this Jeev feels that he has done it. And that is where we should practice discriminative knowledge and believe as the things are. Okay? So then you will have a right faith. Now, what is the right means then? Sacha upay kya hai? In every karma that we will discuss, the last paragraph would be Sacha upay kya hai? So first of all, we should get rid of the wrong belief. That is the only solution we have. Okay. So now they are telling this in the positive manner. If one believes becomes as per the nature of the substances, right? So you have to identify the nature of the substances and mend your belief according to that. Okay. Then your knowledge is right knowledge. If one's belief becomes as per the nature of the substances, then all miseries come to an end. So your quest for accumulating wealth to become happy is a delusion. Okay. Your miseries will come end only when your belief becomes as per the nature of substance. So all your efforts that you are doing to bring happiness in your life is all futile. It does not serve the purpose because the understanding was wrong in the first place, and so all the efforts were all in the wrong direction. Now, what is the right mean then? Then this is the right mean, that if one belief becomes as per the nature of substance. So how the one's belief becomes as per the nature of substance? By reading the scriptures, by understanding the scriptures, by arriving at a decision on the scriptures, then your belief becomes right as per the nature of substances, and that is the point your all miseries come to an end. So now, earning 5 crores rupees, you may have a desire to earn 5 crores in 1 month, but to happen that you need good luck. If good luck is not there, it will not happen. But here the acharyas are giving us guarantee that if one's belief becomes as per the nature of the substance, then all the miseries comes to an end. Now tell me, there could be any shortcut than this? The path of happiness is so simple, so short, nothing you have to do. Just change your belief. You believe that you are the controller of these things, all the things around you, your kids, your business, your family, your possessions, your wealth, right? But it does not happen that way. So you make your belief as per the nature of substance. Nature of substance shows that each substance is independent of one another. There is no way that some substance can help another substance. Some substance can destroy another substance. Nothing, no fear. Everything is as per my destiny. So why should I fear? Right? Just as someone deludedly believes the corpse to be alive, now it's already dead. Like Ramchandra ji, he carried the body of Lakshman for 6 months and believing that he will come alive, but he was already dead. Just as someone deludedly believes the corpse to be alive or tries to make it alive, then he himself becomes miserable. Why he becomes miserable? Because that body is already dead. It's not going to come alive. So his all efforts are futile and he becomes miserable. And believing it to be dead and having the faith that this will not come alive, by trying to make it alive, is the only means to get rid of that misery. So सच्चा उपाय क्या है? जैसी वस्तु व्यवस्था है ऐसा आप मान लो. Accept it. Accept it as the nature of things are. You accept it. Only acceptance will bring happiness in your life. And without this acceptance, only you are suffering from misery. So I think now we need to stop here and ponder over this point, that my belief will be as per nature of substance, right? And nature of substance says that each substance is independent, each attribute is independent of one another, and each modification is independent of one another. Now, what else you want? Your happiness starts. The moment you believe this, your happiness starts. And your misery is there because you believe to be a doer. You believe that you can bring change in your modification. You believe that you can bring change in other substances. This is because of the effect of delusion. Okay. So by correct understanding, you can get rid of delusion and your miseries will come to an end. And believing it to be dead and having the faith that this will not come alive by trying to make it alive is the only means to get rid of that misery. Similarly, if someone holding wrong faith misbelieves the substances, tries to change them otherwise, then he himself becomes miserable. Because that substance will have his own way to manifest, it's not going to manifest according to us. And believing them correctly and having the faith that this will not change otherwise by trying to get them changed is the only means to get rid of that misery. The remedy of the misery caused by delusion is to remove the delusion only. So on removal of delusion, right belief originates, and that alone is to be known as the real remedy. Understood? This is very, very important chapter. And last week also I said that you read at least 3 times. Okay. And today also we discussed this in class point wise. Now you will again revise this again and again. So you know where you need to put in efforts, You may put in many efforts, but not in the right direction. Then the result, you don't get the results. Desired result you don't get. But if you put in little bit of efforts, but in the right direction, then it makes sense. And our only objective is to get rid of miseries and be happy, manifest happiness. And that is going to happen. My battery is low or your battery is low, Priyanka ji? Anyone has any question on this? Okay, fine. No problem. So I hope you have understood this. Even if you have not understood it, you should read 3 times and everything will come to your understanding. Okay. Now, so this was about the faith deluding karma. Now we will move on to the charitramonia, conduct deluding karma. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. So just one question. So when we say like one substance cannot do anything of the other, I know we've talked about it in previous semesters also.
Right.
So, sir, just say like when we greet our elders, when elders they kind of say like they give blessings, they bless.
Right.
So, so like in Jainism, then like what is if one substance cannot do anything about the other person?
Right.
So why do they bless?
That's a ritual, that's a ritual. But
Yeah.
wishing them your best does not make you the best, right? You have your own destiny, you have your own karmas, you have your own ability, and things happen according to those things. It is not that somebody wishes good for you, let alone somebody. Even if you wish good of yourself, it will not happen that way. Okay.
Okay.
So there is no point in having desire of any sort. That will be the conclusion of this whole chapter. This whole chapter deals with desire. That you desire such things, but things doesn't happen that way, no? Then what is the point in desiring? This is one
Yes,
question,
sir.
right?
Mm.
The second one with the desire is that if one desire gets fulfilled, yeah, many desires get fulfilled in our day-to-day life, because we are born in a human life, and this is because of our past auspicious karma that has come into fruition. And when the past karmas have come into fruition, so you will have something in your life that is happening according to your desire. Okay, some things, not all things, right? Some things. And you believe that, oh, I am the doer. I raised up my kid, I put him in this sanskar, and she is so good now. So you believe that it's my effort. But actually, that child, because of his past impression, he's picking up those things according to his ability, according to his karmas, and according to the associations that he or she has got in this life. Okay. We may believe that we are bringing up the kids, but it's not that way. So everywhere the wrong belief is there, and it is the chief cause of misery. So you have the right belief, no? You accept the things as they are. When it says that one substance cannot do of other substance, so why you are going out of way and believing that, oh, I am the doer of this and I am doer of that? Everything is happening on its own. You are only an observer. By default, you are an observer. Even if you believe that you are a doer, you does not become a doer. That is the fact, right? So now
Yes.
you want to live in delusion and illusion, or you want to accept the facts. Now, for accepting the facts, you need boldness in yourself, to accept something, and then you have to uh, relate it to the nature of things, how the nature of things are there, that these are independent. Everything is independent. It's functioning independently. There is no correlation between two substances. This is the truth. This is the real point of view. This is you need to believe. And once you believe this way, your belief becomes right. And when beliefs become right, your knowledge becomes right. And when the knowledge becomes right, the conduct is also in the right direction. And that is the path of liberation.
Okay, sir.
And
Rajesh, can I ask the question, please?
yes.
Okay, so there is on page 71,
Hmm.
there's a paragraph here where it starts by saying, further, he does not make effort to destroy the wrong faith, also
Hmm.
since he has accepted the wrong faith as to be the right faith.
Hmm.
Why would then he make effort? Question mark, right?
Hmm.
So in this sentence,
Hmm.
when we say that one item cannot do anything for another item,
Hmm.
then why would they start this sentence by saying further he does not make effort? Because then it seems like someone is trying to do
So the
something.
effort is in our hand, no? When we say that everything is destiny, then it
Yeah.
does not make sense to read these and make efforts, right? So the effort is, what is the effort, पुरुषार्थ क्या है? पुरुषार्थ यही है कि you accept the right things. You accept as the nature of things are, right? And because of wrong faith, you are not able to accept that things. There is no acceptance. The moment you accept, your misery goes away. You become a right believer. You become happy. But you don't want to leave that wrong faith, and you want to become a doer. But in actuality, in reality, you are only an observer.
So this particular sentence, I understand what you're saying, but this particular sentence then is written from the conventional point of view, is it?
It is written from the conventional period, that is one thing, but this is the picture they are depicting, that because of the effect of darshan, monia, karma, such things happens in the soul.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank
because
you.
of darshan, monia, karma, the wrong faith is there, and that wrong faith he believes to be the right faith. So there is no effort to change it. Since he has accepted the wrong faith as to be the right faith, now who will able to improve that fellow? Now, Darshitji, you tell me that I am weak in this subject. You help me out. Then I can help you. But I said, Darshitji, how your studies are in Moksha Prakasat. I am absolutely an expert. So now what I would teach you? You are already an expert, so you don't need any teachings, right? So this is
Right.
what happened. He is having a wrong faith, but he believes that I am having the right faith. So now nobody can improve that fellow. We can always preach those fellows, those who have a hunger to know the right, to know the truth, then we can make him understand. But he believes the wrong thing as the right thing, then there is no scope of any improvement. There is no scope of any right effort being taken place over there.
Okay. Thank you.
Understood?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. No problem. We'll move on to
Sir,
the, yeah.
sorry, sir, again. And again, sir, I know we have discussed this last semester, but sir, then
So
me.
one thing I'll tell you upfront that even in the 10th semester, you ask me the same question, I won't mind.
Okay, thank you.
Because we need a constant hammering for this belief. And if this one belief changes, no, the path of liberation has opened up for you. You will get liberated. So even if it takes 5 years for the same question, I don't mind. This is question should be there. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
So again, sir, everything is destined. Everything is like, predictated. What's going to happen? Like, if I have to get diabetes, I'll get diabetes, no matter how much lifestyle changes I do and so forth, right?
Hmm.
So, Purusharth, like again, I'm making efforts. I'm controlling my sugar. I'm not eating a lot of sweets.
Right, right.
So, I mean, what's the point of making effort?
So that is the beauty of this, that any action taking place, there are 5 causes. Okay. One is your nature, which is always present. The second one is the right time, Kallabdhi, Swabhav, Kallabdhi, Bhavitavya. Bhavitavya is whatever is happened is the right thing that has happened. That is Bhavitavya. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have Nimit. Nimit is an instrumental cause. Okay. And the last one is effort. So 5 causes. Okay. There are 5 causes for any action to take place. Now, out of these 5 things, nature is not in your hand. It is always there. So if the thing has to manifest, it would have manifested because nature is always present. But these things doesn't go according to nature. One thing.
Okay.
Second one was the right time. Okay. So
That's समय की योग्यता.
right time is the moment the things happen, the action happens is the right time. Action that has happened is the right bhavitavya. Okay. Now, instrumental cause, there we have nothing to do in instrumental cause. It's just the presence is always there. Now, what has remained is effort. So in these 4 things, we cannot do anything. Okay. We have only effort in our hand, and that we need to put in. If you put in the right effort, you will get the right time, you will get the right destiny, you will get the nature of things always there, and you will also get the instrumental cause. The lion. Okay. Mahavir Swami in his previous birth was a lion. And there 2 Muniraj came from heaven to preach him. And they said that you are going to become a Tirthankar. And he connected to his past and he understood that, oh, and he was just crying, right? And that moment only the right belief manifested.
Okay.
The right time came, everything came. Those Muniraj from heaven also came, and they were Muniraj with special qualities. Charan Riddhi Dhari Muniraj, sky walking. They walk on sky. So this Charan Riddhi Muniraj came, they gave the Sambodhan. There was only one Srota. So when his grandfather was Tirthankar, his father and his uncle and his brothers all went to liberation in the same birth. In that particular birth, he did all the wrong things. Okay. And now in this lion birth, there is no chance of getting any kind of preachings. And he still manifested right belief. So you see, when the right thing comes, it's all things gets linked up. So in your hand is the effort, and that you should put in right efforts according to the Jinvani, and everything else will fall into places. Okay.
Okay.
So you
Sir,
just,
excuse me, sir. The same question.
yeah.
Right. Only when we have the right time, our Purusharth also will become correct. Am I right?
No, when your Purusharth becomes correct, the right time will come. When your Purusharth becomes correct, the destiny will come. When your Purusharth becomes correct, the instrumental cause will come. When your Purusharth becomes correct, the nature of things will manifest.
So then there will be anxiety, no? Because now I'll feel that I'm putting in the effort.
Mhm.
So then again, I would think in my mind that I'm the doer, like मैंने पुरुषार्थ किया,
Mhm.
तो मेरा proper time कब आएगा या मेरा instrumental cause
I'll
कब
give you an
होएगा?
example of your area, of your subject only.
Yes,
That
yes,
there were 5 patients in a hospital, okay?
yes.
And everyone was supposed to be operated, particular operation, and everyone were given anesthesia. And all the 5 were operated, and operation was successful. Now, when they will come live means when they will awake from that effect of
Anesthesia.
anesthesia, right?
Yeah.
So you tell me when they will come. They will all come into means into right sense at
Consciousness.
the same
Yeah.
time.
No.
Different, no? Some will come back to life in 1 hour, someone will come in 2 hours, someone might take 3 hours, depends. So similarly, we have also our past karmas with us. We have also our past associations with us, all these things are the factors. So even if you are putting efforts in the right direction, okay, still there are other factors also that are dependent on the action to take place, okay, but that is none in your hand. What is in your hand is the efforts, and then you should put the right efforts. And what is this right effort, Darshit ji? What is this right effort? You tell me.
So this right effort and the pushat is actually believing the fact that whatever is going to happen and is destined to happen is going to happen.
No. Jinpriya?
So the right effort um, is towards the right bhavna
Okay.
and bhavna, which will actually
Manifest.
make us restful rather than restless due to various reasons. Could be kashayas, could be a lot of reasons.
Okay. Rajeshri ji? What is the right effort? Anyone else? Now I am opening it to everyone.
Sir,
No
is
doubt.
it that quote from Mahabharata or something like, karm kar, phal ki ichha mat kar?
No. The right effort is the decision that you make about the 7 fundamentals. Only 7 fundamentals you understand properly, you get right belief. And that's why we did 7 fundamentals in a very elaborate manner, So the right effort is Tattva Nirnay, decision about the fundamentals, Tattva Nirnay. This we will study in the 9th chapter of Moksh Mar Prakashak, wherein the heading of the topic is Purusharth se Moksh Prapti. Liberation through right efforts. Liberation through efforts. That's all. In the 9th chapter. If you want to read, I'll just give you the page number. So at least you know what is the right effort, See, page number 441. This is your homework today. 3-4 pages are there. You just go through it. You will understand everything. Liberation through right effort only. Note down page 441. You don't go there right now. We'll come back to this chapter. We have to finish this. There are 3 more pages. 442. 443. 444. 445. 446. 447. 448. 449. 450. 451. 452. 453. 454. 455. 456. 457. 458. 459. 460. 461. 462. 463. 464. 465. 466. 467. 468. 469. 470. 471. 472. 473. 474. 475. 476. 477. 478. 479. 480. 481. 482. 483. 484. 485. 486. 487. 488. 489. 490. 491. 492. 493. 494. 495. 496. 497. 498. 499. 400. 401. 402. 403. 404. 405. 406. 407. 408. 409. 410. 411. 412. 413. 414. 415. 416. 417. 418. 419. 420. 421. 422. 423. 424. 425. 426. 427. 428 10 minutes left over. Okay. Liberation through right effort only. This is page number 441 of this book. You read as homework, and I think you will understand right effort, because Todermal Ji has given so many logics, and he has asked so many questions, and then he has raised so many questions and he's answered those questions. So this will be a very good read for you, all of you. Even if you don't have time today, you read it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, wherever you find time, you read this page 441. Okay. With that note, we end this topic here. Now, misery due to charitra moh. So, due to charitra moh, what happens? What manifests? The passions manifest. There are 25 kinds of passions, you know. Krodh, man, maya, lobh, anger, pride, deceit, greed. These 4 into 4 levels. Okay. So 4 into 4, 16. And then we have 9 quasi passions. Okay. Hasya, laughter, rati, liking, arati, disliking, hasya, rati, arati, shok. Shok is sorrow, bhai, fear, jugupsa, disgusting, strived, puruved, napunsakved, cravings for the sex. Okay. So these are 9 quasi passions. Okay. So 9 plus 16, 25 passions are there, and the karma responsible for that is charitra monia, conduct deluding karma. Okay. So due to conduct deluding karma, the passions takes place. Now we'll be reading about each passions right now. 25 passions. Okay. So let's see how much we can complete. Who will read? Aditi, you have a book with you? Jinpriya,
Hanji. Judgment, sir.
you have a book?
One second, Mr. I may not be able to share the screen, but I have it on. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just a minute.
But I didn't make you a co-host.
No, I am not sharing anything.
Priyanka ji is sharing, right?
Yeah.
This is one. You read. So those who have not the textbook with you, you can take a printout. Okay. I hope that you would like to write some points every now and then, and some meanings, some questions. Okay. So you should always have a printout with you and keep it for your further studies also. This is not that because of syllabus you are studying. This is for our own benefit. So you should have a printout with you, or if you are in India, there is no problem. You can always order this book. Okay. Yeah, read. Misery due to charitra moh and release from it.
Okay.
Today we'll do 4 passions. We'll do 2 passions only. Read.
Okay, sir. Owing to rise of Charitra Moha, conduct deluding karma, impure dispositions of jiva in the form of anger, passions and laughter, etc., quasi passions are caused. Then this jiva sorrowfully feeling much afflicted, indulge in several type of evil deeds anxiously. The same is being explained. When a person is overpowered by anger, passion, then he desires to harm others, and for that purpose he thinks about various means, utters heartbreaking words by using abusive language. He starts killing his own limbs and arms and stones, etc. He tries to harm others even by harming the self through undergoing lot of pains, by spending money, and by committing suicide. Or if he knows that one can be harmed through others, then he tries to get him harmed through the others, or one can be harmed on his own, then he approbates it. Even if by others harm, none of his purpose gets fulfilled, yet he harms him, and on rise of anger, If some venerable or well-wishers also intervene in the matter, then he abuses them also, start beating them and becomes irrational. And if no harm be caused to other person, then he feels very sorry in his heart of his own, cuts his own limb, or even dies by swallowing poison, etc. Such condition happens on rise of anger passion. And when a person is overpowered by pride passion, then he desires to humiliate others, exalts himself, and for this purpose he plans many schemes. He censures others, extols himself, and undermines others' images, prestige through various ways and means, and magnifies his own image. The wealth which he has collected with great pains spends in marriages, etc., and spends even by taking loans, thinking that his name and fame will remain even after his death. He tries to magnify his self esteem even by committing suicide. If someone does not pay respect, then he tries to earn respect even by giving threats and creating trouble for others. Moreover, under the pressure of pride, he does not pay respect even to honorable and elderly people and becomes irrational. If he does not find others in the let down position and himself in the higher position, then he inwardly feels very sorry, cuts his own limb, and dies by taking poison, etc. Such condition happens on the rise of pride passion.
So now we have studied only two passions. Okay. Our time is getting over. So I'll just explain these two passions. So if you see the trend for all the four passions, okay, it is the same. First, first that thought of anger comes in his mind. Okay. So that is man. Then he utters those words, that is vachan, utters heartbreaking words, that is vachan. So man, vachan. And then comes the action, kai. He starts killing by his own limbs, hands, and by arms, stones, etc. So this is the action. So man, vachan, kai. Then there is other three, krit, karit, anumodna. Okay. Krit means doing on his own. Karit, doing through others. And anumodna is if that things automatically happens, he applauds it. Okay, that is called anumodna. So krit is action, karit is instruction given to others, and anumodna is applaud. Now we'll see these three things here in case of anger. Just go further up. Priyanka ji, yeah, see. So he tries to harm others, okay? So that is the krut. Even by harming the self through undergoing lot of pains by spending money and by committing suicide. Or if he knows that the one can be harmed through others. So this is being done. Supari de deta hai. So this is karit, okay? So first is he does on his own. Then he harmed him through others, okay? Because the anger pride has risen in him, okay? So this is karit, and now anumodna. Then he tries to get him harmed through others, or if one gets harmed on his own, so that other person has got harmed on his own, then he approbates it or applauds it. He becomes happy. Acha hua, acha hua, acha hua. So this is the man, vachan, kai, and krut, karit, anumodna. Okay, this thing will happen in all four passions. You have to find out where is the man function, where is the speech function, and where is the bodily action. Okay, and then again you have to find out krut, karit, doing himself, getting done through others, and then the last one is applaud, approbates it. Even if by others harm, none of his purpose gets fulfilled, yet he harms him. And on the rise of anger, if some venerable or well-wisher also intervene in the matter, then he abuses them also, starts beating them and becomes irrational. This is the effect of the pride passion, anger passion. And that anger passion has risen just because of charitra, monia, karma. Okay? Anger, charitra, monia, karma. So one is anger charitra monia karma. This is a physical matter. And the other is the sentiment of anger that has risen in the modification. So both goes parallelly. There cannot be an anger passion without charitra monia karma of anger. Okay. So both correspondence to each other. And if no harm be caused to other person, then he feels very sorry in his heart of his own and cuts his own limbs and even dies by swallowing poison, etc. You have seen in Kota, there is so many suicides happening because the students are not able to get that grade that they wanted, and they feel dejected and they dies by suicide. Such condition happens on the rise of anger passion. Now we'll see the pride passion. Now you just connect where the mind is there, where the speech is there, where the function is there. You just identify those, okay? And when a person is overpowered by pride, passion, then he desires to humiliate others and exalt himself. And for this purpose, he plans many schemes. So this planning is in the mind. He censors others and extols himself and undermines others' image through various ways and means and magnifies his own image. So this is through speech. Then the third one, the wealth which he has collected with great pains, spends in marriages, etc., and spends even by taking loans, thinking that his name and fame will remain even after his death. So these are all bodily activities. He tries to magnify his self-esteem even right. So he magnifies self-esteem even by committing suicide. Okay. Someone does not pay respect and then he tries to earn respect even by giving threats and creating trouble for others. So this is krat, doing self. Moreover, under the pressure of pride, does not pay respect even to honorable and elderly person and become irrational. If he does not find others in the let down position and himself in the higher position, then he inwardly feels very sorry and cuts his own limbs and even dies by taking poison. Such condition happen on rise of pride passion. So we have covered two. So the krut karit anumodna, it doesn't come exactly, but I'll just see. He'll remain after his death. So the wealth he has created, spend in marriages and even by taking loans, thinking that he tries to magnify his self-esteem, even by committing suicide. If someone does not respect. So here we are not able to, I'll just check the Hindi version. 1 minute. Okay. Charitramo. So mind, speech, and body was correct, but so this, in this particular passion, it is not exactly reflected, but more or less the same thing will follow. Now we'll see the rest of the passions tomorrow. Okay. So we'll keep up to anger and pride. Tomorrow we'll do deceit and then greed and then the quasi passions, 9 quasi passions. Okay. You can have a read also if you want. And okay, we'll continue tomorrow.
So,
Yeah.
Jai Jain, I have a question. So, I attended one of the lectures and I was stuck in the fact of path samvai. Is it possible for you to explain it in a basic manner? Because
So this is going to be explained in your paper 2, Krambat Parya. It's coming up. Okay. After this, we are going to do that. There is a chapter, not chapter, but an article on 5 Samvai, that for any action to takes place, these are the 5 causes. Okay. This is the rule. Now, I'll just summarize you in very briefly. The thing is that you can talk of one Samvai at a time. One factors you can talk at a time. But the action has happened because of 5 factors and not one factor. But one factor is being discussed now, right? So now the beauty is that even if I'm talking from the point of view of destiny, you factored in all the other causes also. Then it will give you a right picture. Okay. If I'm talking from the point of view of putting efforts, then only putting efforts will not propel the action. The other cause will also come. Okay. So for any action to take place, the 5 factors will always be there. But there is a limitation of speaking or uttering those words, and we can discuss one factor at a time. But the work has been done because of the 5 factors that you should understand in your knowledge. And this is the right balance. Once you understand this way, you will have a right balance. And when you have a right balance, you will not manifest attachments or aversions. So it will automatically leads to detachment or passionlessness. Vitragta ki siddhi hogi. Okay. So this 5 Samvai will be explained to you in Krambat Parya. It's coming up. So at that point, even if you read this article of page 441, okay, about the liberation with right efforts, there also these 5 factors have been discussed. You can have an idea from there also. And in Krambat Parya, of course, it will be discussed in detail. So that we'll see there only. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Jai.
Yeah. Anyone else having any question? Okay, so we close for the day. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है। उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना 7 बार है। उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को 7 बार है।